Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
To throw is Sanders.
And that will be incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They'll be led out by a man who played his college ball on Rocky Top. Of all for life, Charles, their rookie quarterback from Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there in every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 38.
Play action. Short. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake. Short. He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Cleveland offense making their way out in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The left side caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
It's 3rd and
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Sanders. He'll try and do this himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. On play action, here's Shadur. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Operating from the gun. Short. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Short. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Off play action. Short. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A 7-yard gain. And the Lions first down.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and
The Lions at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Off the play fake. Sure. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. His kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10 at the 45-yard line.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Sanders
3.
to throw. And it is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
Browns, first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Sanders.
First down, Browns.
And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing, Sanders. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
17. Browns 3.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
14 yards. And the Browns first down. A gain of 14. And the Browns
on first down. Sampson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he will find his man on the outside. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
16 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
to throw. Sanders. That's to the running back, Dylan Sampson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now a give, right side. Sampson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
Now the first carry here for the running back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 3, second and a yard.
Ready, go!
From the shotgun, Sanders.
Now, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score.
Makes the score
Point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Browns 10.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Come on.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Although he gilded on the coverage.
Operating from the gun. Short.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts
27 yards.
as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 60, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
They'll look to throw again.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15.
Final 17 seconds and a half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Call out a 44-yard punt followed on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Sanders.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sanders. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Sanders. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to set up a tough 39.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Sanders. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Shoots by him. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Gibbs is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Browns' 5-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Isaac to Slaw. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose tackle. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3 at 2nd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Short. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal
as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. Short. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 20. Yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Lions pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
To number 17.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Browns 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
A gain of 9 yards.
Let's go.
First down, Browns.
Now a give, right side. Sampson.
And he's going to handle Brown's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
13 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready, go. Huh.
From the gun, it's Sanders.
He completes it to Stewart. Result only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Gets by him at the 25. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd down and a yard.
Red. 60 by 60 by.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Browns, first down.
Right back to him on first down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's good for a Browns 1st down.
To throw is Sanders.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Browns 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit Lions.
Another run for Gibbs here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Yards. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Browns 17.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Give him 7 there with a tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do